Hey there, this is something to chew on. It is basically Christmas time here at the Vatican. Obviously, you see it behind me, and people are coming not just for vacation, but as pilgrims. And I think one of the things that concerns me is that people talk about how the church is suffering and how we're bleeding and how we're losing members. And that certainly is true. However, it doesn't mean that, God bless you, it doesn't mean that people still do not have a desire to know the Catholic Church and the faith. I want you just to look at this line. This line that's right here goes all the way to the very far end of the Vatican. And it goes all the way across here in order to even get to the security entrance so that you can even get into the Vatican. There are so many people coming to the church. Perhaps not all of them are Catholic, and maybe a lot of them are Catholic and not really practicing their faith and don't know their faith. But that doesn't mean we give up and just start thinking so negatively as if somehow there is no hope in the Catholic Church. Negative Nellies like that actually drive me a little crazy because they forget that the church also has the theological virtue of hope. And the theological virtue of hope means that even if the ship is taking water and even if we begin to sink a little bit, grace turns that sinking ship into a submarine. And between now and the time that Jesus comes again in his glory on the last days, you just have to have a little hope. There's a lot of bad news that the church experiences inside and out, and I get it. But the fact is, where has there been a time in the church's history that we didn't experience some sort of suffering, or we didn't experience some sort of challenge? My God, the very center of our churches are focused on the crucifix. A heck of a lot of bad news. But if you have the theological virtue of faith, hope, and love, that turns that incredibly difficult image of faith, the crucifixion, into the greatest sign of hope. So it is Christmas here at the Vatican, and it is a time to really rejoice and understand that the church is hardly dead. It is very much alive. And what does it take? Hope to get you out of your funk about faith and get back to Jesus. Welcome home.